Alrighty, in this video, I'm going to go ahead and knock out a really simple activity real fast. There's really going to be nothing new in this particular video. We're just going to be writing another activity that has a list of users being displayed. I know that we've done that like 20 times already, so I'm going to keep things simple and straightforward, and I guess just move on. I'm wanting to implement this activity right now because it's a very simple activity, doesn't require really much discussion to write, and it's going to be used in a very, very close upcoming video when we need to choose one of our contacts out of a list. So the idea is that this activity can be used whenever you need to choose a contact. So yeah. Basically, it's just going to show a list of your contacts, and it'll also show a button that'll allow you to add a new contact. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is right-click Activities, select New, and I'm going to go ahead and say Java class, and I'm going to call this Select Contact Activity. He is going to inherit from base authenticated activity. And of course, we're going to have to implement on your create. Next up, we'll set our content view to r.layout.activity select contact. We'll hit Control or Alt Enter to bring that in. And let's go ahead and I guess implement the layout real fast. So I'll hit Alt Enter Enter. And for the layout, I guess a linear layout should be fine. So we'll hit Enter there. And inside of this linear layout, we are basically going to change none of that stuff. We'll include in our toolbar. So we'll include layout equals include toolbar. And then we're going to have a list view. So our list view is going to be match parent. And he's going to have an ID of activity select contact frozen. Select contact list view. And that's it. Don't really care too much about that. So now jumping back into our select contact activity, we can go ahead and alias out that list view. Before we do, we should probably handle our fields first. Let's go ahead and write our fields real fast. He's going to have a public static final string result underscore contact equals result contact. Yes, this activity will be returning data when they select the contact. Then we're going to have a private static final int request add friend equals 1. And then we're going to have a private user details adapter. Okay, so let's go ahead and I guess let's set our toolbar's text. So I'm going to say get support action bar dot set title, and we're going to say select contact. Our adapter will instantiate to be a new user details adapter, passing in this for the context. Next up, we'll go ahead and get our list view. So I'm going to say list view equals cast to list view. Find view by ID r.id list view. In this case, select contact list view. We'll say listview.setAdapter is our awesome adapter that we instantiated. We'll also set the item click listener to ourselves, which will not compile yet, but will in a second. And then let's go ahead and shoot off our request. So I'm going to say bus.post, bus.post, new user, or I guess contacts dot, and we're going to say get contacts request, and we're going to say true for include pending contacts. And that's it. Now let's go ahead, before I implement the onClick listener, let's go ahead and implement the handler for the response. So I'm going to say subscribe public void on contacts received, and it's going to be contacts dot get contacts response. And then here I'm going to say response dot show error toast this adapter dot clear and adapter dot add all response dot contacts. Or I could go ahead and make this a little nicer by saying scheduler dot invoke on resume contacts get contacts response dot class new runnable. Go ahead and wrap this on resume, because there is a case here where they can launch that add friend activity and actually have this code be executed when this activity is paused, which I don't want. Let's go ahead and make sure that our parameter is marked as final. Okay, so next up, let's do our options menu. So I'm going to create an overriding method for onCreateOptionsMenu. And for this, we're going to return true, but for the one line of code, we're going to say getMenuInflator.inflate r.menu.activity select contact, passing in menu. Then let's go ahead and override our onOptionsItemSelected. And for this, I'm going to say if, or I'll do int id equals item get id, and if id equals r.menu, sorry, r.id.activity select contact menu add contact. Of course, that ID doesn't exist yet, but it will when we make our menu. I'm going to say start activity for result, new intent, passing in this as the context, and add contact activity as the class, and we'll pass in request add friend, which should be request add contact. I hope that you guys noticed that before I did. Make sure that you changed your private static final int request add friend to request add contact. My mistake. Then I'll say return true here, and otherwise I'll say return false there. Then let's go ahead and do our onActivity result. So onActivity result. And for our onActivity result, I will say if request code equals request, or there you go, and result code equals result, okay, then basically what we're going to do is we're going to extract the user details of the user that was added. So I'm going to say user details user equals data.getParsableExtra, and then passing in add contact activity dot result contact. Then I'm going to say select user. Now let's go ahead and implement our onClick handler for our list view. So I'm going to scroll up to the top right here. The fastest way to do this would be to put your keyboard cursor on this line of code that sets the onItemClick listener, hitting Alt-Enter, selecting Make Select Contact Activity Implement, hitting Enter again. Now we have our onItemClick method. And our onItemClick, what we're going to do is we're going to say select user, adapter, get item, position. Now the last method we have to implement is select user. So private void select user, user details, or user would probably be better there. And then I'm going to say intent equals new intent dot put extra, passing in our result contact into the then passing user into that, and then setting result okay intent, and then finishing. And that is all the code for this activity. Again, super straightforward. We already have so much in place right now that writing this is just a whole lot of boilerplate, and that's it. Not a whole lot. A whole lot less than if we did things like make the user details adapter and do things like set up that parsable and all that fun stuff and do our service bus this way. But anyway, the last thing we need to do is build our menu. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my keyboard cursor on this red guy right here. I'm going to hit Alt-Enter for Create Menu Resource. Hit Enter, and I'm going to add an item. So the item ID is going to be, not surprisingly, oh my, wow, that rhymed. Activity select contact menu add contact. The icon will be @drawable icy action user add, and the title will be add friend, and the app show as action will be always. And then of course we're going to have to hit Alt-Enter to bring in that app. All right. That should be it. So I guess pause there if you want to take a look at that. Otherwise, the select contact activity should now... Oh, whoops. The ID. I didn't do the ID right. There we go. You want to make sure you add the @+ID/, otherwise it's not creating a new resource. Now coming back into this, our code should almost be compiling. Oh. Remember when I wrote this code on the onContacts receive subscribe, and then I moved it up into a closure, passed into on invoke on resume. Well, I didn't change the this from this into the other this, this is the this for the closure, but the select contact activity.this is the this for the select contact activity. So make sure you make that change as well. And the last thing we want to do is make sure we don't forget to add this activity to our manifest. I do believe this might be the first time in this video series where I didn't forget to do that. So let's jump up into our Android manifest.xml here, and I'm simply going to say activity select contact activity. And that's it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click select contact activity, and I'm going to say run. And then I'll move my nice little virtual machine over here, and it should just work. Now, to test this, I'm going to launch the activity a couple times. First of all, I'm going, well, most important thing is that our contacts appear. Which they do. Of course, we don't have a progress frame, but you guys are free to put that together. Now, if I click on one of these, check that out. It no longer runs, or it finishes itself, which is exactly what I want. Now I'll hit play again. In this case, I'm going to test the add friend activity. So I'm going to say add friend, and I'm going to type in some stuff, and then I'm going to select a contact, and then I'm going to say send contact request, and check that out. It finishes. So not only did the add contact activity finish, but the select contact activity finished as well, which is exactly the behavior that I'm looking for in this particular case. So I hit add, and if I hit cancel out of this, or if I hit the back button, we should just jump straight back into select contact, and we do. And also note how that data was still loaded. Let's take a look at this real fast. I'm going to launch this again. Before the contacts are loaded, I'm going to hit add contact, and then I'm going to wait a couple seconds. I'm waiting a couple seconds to make sure that the API call is going to be done, and that data is now populated. Now let me exit, and we see that the contacts are indeed populated. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.